Okay, for any for your baby. Gaspore TV, send a mechano. Yeah, me did my dear which I may the chairman boss of Bow, Mineta Bit, and a crew, and an Yawaha. Send you be any mono, Yamia Domo Amsabe, now Cumino, and in Acaprana, Ghana, Abatono, and a board and Abidu. Until no home como, and a yedi, Ghana home como, and a yedi Abapim send the next week in Susan, the best uncle, Naya Yato, and no topic, no, and they said, the Intina was here go to ma, as soon as you and I saw Bentin. We are not to watch him. We are two about next week. Now, at least the following week, about 20 days, no, which means online, Gaspore TV, be show be alive. Into what would tear and our hair and so. Now, to what you may follow and know who the air cost will gonna be. The money in our update life. I'm a winning now more. Now, I bridge for yesterday who the air cost. And there's any medical can a mini minua or ha, Miss Annie Faso, a freelance journalist, Sunny Marcano, Mr. Joe Savage, and then Menino Ebertrich and Commono. Opening Aquaba. Now today,
Madawasipi. Madawasi, I invite him about one program you do. Mada Ohonosa or Bibia, Belgium, Bibia or Shebia, Madawanasi. There also when your time Wabaton no would say. Sesiano, damn discussion or a very sensitive topic. Osande se enya Ghana fo iswantinyo fantinyo increnyo ausenyo enya Ghana fo but because of different opinions I sometimes no oma nyama otidam kasa oye zin kakra but at the same time no enyina we are on common ground na ya hwe how ye hwe na ya hwe na nyama ayeye ama yenkro osende ye do yenkro bebe obia dachi enya ye besan yakofe bio we from Joe Savage me started journalism my friend about 35 years ago na mature my daily graphic Ghanaian Times Weekly Spectator no in the Mirror as a freelance journalist and son Yankopon Adomabaha na me ba so mature many papers including Diplomatic Aspect newspaper of Brussels Belgium ha in a mature ma Ghana web in a mature say so mature ma modern Ghana into topic oyada mo opinion na me share into obeyam dada on so was one opinion baba na wa hwe enyina mesi yezbobom na yaka na nyama ye ama yenko
Utin dasi send it for more channel no send enkomo no yemienu na yebedi mene Mr. Joe Savage and the yebedi enkomo no yebebie niam so na ya lutu niam na ehunu man no the eko be di free na make us we are starting from after independence no ebepim ne the yehunu the akọ and especially say the woman ye sabe to aba say ma NPP ato aso say ye yi omo free ho nyina no yebedi ho nkomo na amfa de tie ne to aso de nkomo no beduro no and ebe ma wa anso ahunu say wo say ma NPP to aso and I say ni say mo to aso nyina no e ka ho say say nyina no oman no e ka anko se na be oman ne be kọ nanim na ye adwene ho ye no ho nkomo na yebedi e ye Ghana ho nkomo ne NPP ho nkomo anya ne NDC ho nkomo nti no say bibi kọ na say we NPP ni we NDC ni especially say the America no ye ka abasobo ana say bibi LBB ene beba complain bi ana bibi ne beba ye beka e de ama MPP because omu de tia ben no e bia me ka say ye bobo ne yelusu a reserve player ye nkoblemu no ye mom ye blemu wo mu boy ye sasa mojan ye penalty o say no na ama yelusu ana say ye ono a coach ni ne tum no ko we ni saka coach ni ma no bo but obi a wotenchen de a wan bobo no bi de ya na normally no wonya victims a iti no say kabibi yes itia MPP a enya wadwe say ye gensi MPP and I say ye be propaganda bi ABC aka bibi against MPP ntini yete no nemo MPP na wa ban mu to wa ban mu no wona Ghana sika ne Ghana bibia ye de ama wo seje na fa ye kwa animu wo MPP ba no se ne no mu bonto ano wo so obeye abeje yan afri Yankwasumu and Muhammad Yenemuno. We were expecting better near to Abanama MPP. You say no, yeah, to my MPP no. Ghana are better and I say I West. This is the whole thing. Ghana are better and I say I West. And what will be the future? You say you better about no will be for front. You what the whole future no so the end of the baba. You know, and you be home. I'm so penny Eddie card and the D actually the way any idea. Then coming to the topic, I'm saying opening somebody come or kwaba. And the American can say let's start from somewhere. Let's start from the economy. I'm saying Ghana no send you any no Ghana ni be issue. The economy no say e mo eden. Na men kan amane nyem say send you chair program say your time nti no e be still amema opening up video ba kuminu bi and sound of ya sound back to the studio. Na the program no I just say your time nti no say ntimi am videos no but still a boy send you any dey bia no opening be video ba kuminu bi ama yen send e be ya at least e be motivate yen na enkomo no tumi ayede na obi a wutie na asa wo hwe no so no ama wo so watumi akabi nti no producer ba video ba kuminu bi no ensu
Ghana ni eti nkoma no maka cho say half some figures enti yen nkoma no gu ho sa na wonte ase ya no wa challenge ni the documents na ma no wa kenkan me say Mahama Port what yama MPS for 35 years
etumpan
sika Mahama je yama Ghana $7 billion
etumpan
adwene no wa fam Mahama na adwene no wa fam
hwenia kasa
70% share Port baby ya no ma ba efa no oton ma MPS
etumpan
$7 billion
etumpan
na enkrofo iso mu wie ya no mu ye omadwun so o mbajeje to Port revenue be free Port aba no mu behwe no afi MPS fo kwotena ho just 1 year sika o munya ye eto o mutua ye $750 million says karanka Ghana en kom ko tua ni UK ye nya ho hwe ye nya ho kapre o mo gigi sika ni wie ya no pram o mo de koye
etumpan
na obi atimi de 1 year tax nko a wotua ye $750 million na wo ton ade 7 billion money pano for 35 years na adwene wo tumi papa Mahama
hwenia kasa
tian kuma na me no wodi no sa Ghana forecast sa ton no a wa ton port no be 70 to 75% e dey ama MPS for 35 years no so ye kase ye cancel side no e bon enti ye twam a ye betua $21 billion
etumpan
first and figures e ye adwuma sika wo man Ghana betua no aye $21 billion Mahama ni suba no
and ope dia no kan okunu sei
enti Mahama de kakase na abeto o man Ghana pampam waso ho kire eno de agya Ghana fo ansana wo fira konwa ne so
ya ka bi ka
true na won kan okra nkire ndisi fo no ena ndisi fo no ebi so parking kan enti omu misa ne so papai na denti a wugya sa ho kire wi eto Ghana fo so
ya ya hote ba na bi ni mpansa
na one ton port na wie for 35 years we for 35 years odiama obi o wonte Ghana won free Ghana wonyane sika no asesa bram na de kwa aburuchire otwa ne to wa aburuchire for 35 years no Ghana be dia survive Ghana ye be dia survive
hwenia kasa
me was one see industry bia wa ha one see factory bia wa Ghana ya fama gudi ya wa gold cocoa manganese bauxite oil want me add value to it want me add value bia to sa normal way sa ye di bi be kwa ama no ne entitam bi depend e won no me fra aburuchire ba
hwenia kasa
enu na ma dollar ne bo etimi kosoro
hwenia kasa
because no man ko fa anya cedi na ade be ko o de dollar ne be ko nipa no te port won so a ya port wo ye Ghana ni atiemi ya port ni akra no ma fra aburuchire ba enka ese ba fom no Mahama de obi 35 years
etumpan
age 7 billion Ghana cedis e de agu ne botu $7 billion e de agu ne botum afra konya so ko etu koduru ho wi a nipa no de opɛ e no de be tuti so charger wo pɛ no de be tuti so
etumpan
anu na ama no mama ye den se Ghana fo hu sa no kore we ya minyi ni se Ghana ni be ka so kon ne kama koto aba e de ama the former president John Dramani Mahama Ghana ni etie nkɔmɔ no maka kyerɛ sɛ half some figure.
Okay. So me summarize papa nsɛm a wɔka no be meeting you no na yabɔ baako so aka ho yewia de dwumadie no atoa so sɛ ne wɔka no port ya de bi a am sɛ Ghana ye niema bebree sɛ ne me no mienu yenim no yɛkra nti ne port ho nsɛm no ya na ho nsɛm bebrebe na MPP ni NDC no ya na kontompo ne niema no dɔɔso who knows sɛ de wɔka ntwato so anase ya asɛm papa a esie wo mu ankasa jejereje we ba no obeka ne nsɛm bebrebe propaganda no we to aba no obema no propaganda ne nam so na ma ya to aba eti asomasi na obo no so ba it coming oba no so aba ye west ana de to so bio mentiase sɛ ye to aba wie na se 7 January ye beto aba na in between the 2 weeks and say 1 week interval no a amampani no anate sa government di be free so no yetimi master space no ma abana walus no etimi assign contract saa niema bi ya hwe emoyen but still yet ho saa se nipa no wotu saa amampani kufo tra so the same thing we free so no saa in between now who say we be free so no and o ma friends president o ma pardon ene saa niema bebrebe o ye niema bebrebe o ho mo fi se wo kunti no de obeba no emfa no ho so no wa creating niema bi ama de obeba na say ama niema is difficult ama obana obampani na na say abana eba no emoyen the same thing tin ye ka constitution as the constitution no ya niema ache e wo say yetimi review constitution no ye sesa niema de bi ho emoyen ye te ho ne ye hwesa we are still expecting so man be yi the ban say abede ayi say no kre say ne wo ka say mahamaton saa de no ade no 1 ton wo lusu wie ya sa no obe sa contract no there's a Muhammad ye die ni aye hwem mampani foforo so e de aba e the same thing no abedi yen no man no how do we expect say man na e be yi enye yi ne sa na tie de ne e be kɔ west sa na make we will be slaves in our own country because yem pay change and ade bi koso aye hwɛ say e be ka ho asɛm no me na me nkɔka ne nka sɛ me NDC ni me na me nkɔka ne me nka sɛ MPP ni me na me nka sɛ me nkɔka na de bi die mo me ne ye te ho ne ye hwɛ asoman we are going to see worse and worse and worse as times goes on. So yeah, society ma any may complain and be cautious worse and worse every day. Me can't go question. I'm say my second video.
And also me 3 city 27 pesos.
So 3 city 27 pesos.
Times
427.
Times 4.5.
4.5.
I was say
14 cedi 7 pesos.
Enti 1 liter ekufuado ne board ne chenwe. O si me nkama no ntuma da ma dwane free NPP na me boxer pant mpo ne ka wa me nko. Me mpabo aka won didie. Me to we 3 cedi 27 pesos. Mbacha wutie me.
Bitiopa.
3 cedi 27 pesos we and 9 ne fa e ma 14 cedi 715 pesos me boa. Enesa.
They no correct.
No say ne way there's some bottle that na me can be do. Way baako.
I hope say you are not referring to
No me can say even John.
What's the way I say more bottle?
I say sha tietia. Wa wona we so so. E na we bo fuche we. Safe de what did the me can say na say.
It's your mama time na
we 14 Ghana cedis. Wait.
And then they
we 14 cedis 92 pesos. We osi madwane mba cho onye driver for ya kan asem re dru de da me yiwa no menye hunfo we nu na osi me ma me nkasa okromu e mu ade a ye nyina TMPP okatache enne won se ne wunu ya bo ne din na po entu a sha ase a wo hihye suit adai say na
me suit
ma sha we na wo she
em so bodam
we na wo she me nu mbieru we na ye she
o mu di remram na me remram
oh nana wunu anu na ye energy minister o enti wo say ya boni di ntimi ya santini ehwa na ese driver no friend na me yi na no me ye kwabri ni me si kwaku say ofira so no mo so kwabri east me ma me ya komadani offensive north tie kromieru no mbaja wa
Ethiopia
dia na nya santini eni ntimi ko do filling station me say o okatachi enuane na po wo na ye running mate madam fu no okatachi me kasa angel so timumufu we ma me ade ma adwen ye hwe oman na ye chichire no this is the time ye nyina ye nka no kure ye nwie ho okata chi ye hwe ade bi ka ye de ye adwuma saa enkitinkiti ya ye de bi ye taxi okuru we mu
uba yi ni ade
aha ube je di say na Honda Lentra 2011 model last year ya they turn 25,000 say so nim nebo
last year near 25,000
35,000 and there now omani aji work campaign ye take am ku for the doctor mamu agu ya ji work campaign who did you any aji ana was one say nkwara agro who say ya do why say
ya mama warning am ka sam chiro wo mo musuro okurom ha no musuro
na magazo suro min ka se suro me
etu ba betra manim ham ne commandant of the airways
na min ka se min ka se suro me
je mam ka sam chiro wo wura ne ma
min ka se suro me na mom on say obi se nkwara agro a do aye na nim sei
eye hwan ya
se wutitu ani achi na musa so ase nkwara agro
efo musu me
entina na wo hwa ha efri akomadan bankra ha and 170 Ghana cedis
170
yes ufri enkran koboko 300 cedis 335 cedis it depend on brand na ofro no it wan hwe ye na ofri boko na won kra ha oba boko ha hu krom boko anu se min tra ho ma min ka ho asaba de a madwe na frem bibi na kronu de wa min tram minya kromfo ubisa yes dollar cedi rate eno kwa na share mu bia bufu ya bobo economic management team di na me di ka o solid team no ka o enti wa timi anya dollar yie na wo ton wei le bo ade nche wei wo se me ntenam adai a me yasantini me MVP ni pepepe na no na me ka che madam for post bi
that is who am efo ne
na me ka che madam for post bi say enna de wo da police vehicle mu Ghana na etua ya be meka wo testing message na enche kura wo be wie wo service no sa wo be ro watade na me bo wo ro wie asatam kura no abo akokura na wo be to we 200 Ghana cedis o na wo be timase wo do say anopa bi o frame ka je me say asem na me kan na fe no o timase na dey ye dey kwai
evo
no so ye mwa me 3 cedi 27 pesos
so 3 cedi 27 pesos.
Okay. Sir, I'm saying your TV videos from me, the opening so air cannon so near there. I didn't want to see a tin de beer organ. Says here, Niama, I quadruple. And Niama, a boy, I dinner. After, let's say, 2019, no Banadia, just a terrible. Then I MPP for no, and so a casse, a coronavirus, and a coffee with me now buy. Now, the door now so a casse coronavirus nearby, and so near gun and corner cano. A campaign in a intimate fan yastic, and Cassitina coronavirus and ama economy no acosa. In short, I want you to see will be a complaining, say what Ghana no. It's more than we were expecting. Then him say a 2 about change of government. Ama, you're better Ghana. And so, if you say up to now, would compare the and say your West Ghana, whether we like it or not, that is the state. Ghana, a woman, she say, compared to Muhammad time, no, now it's West. And we voted for change, say for a better. But now it's not better, it's worse because I want to maybe a cost of Ghana, no, really. And yet, even though there's free SHS, but free SHS, no, it's not enough. Free SHS for her, as we depend to me to do any, we to me more Iran and the Iran and Kurako, Marco Bisu, I want you to buy Ghana and Yene. Yeah, far, I want you to want be any we are so pound. I want you to am painting a change, yes, I'm buying. See, I want you to have Bentina will be say or change. Because of fees will be no better option there. Why not? Or option there, I'll be call for change. With no option there, no new option, no team. 4 years no so you know the MPP will be a can not to because you need option. Never option on Abba say on the 7th January no 7th December no sorry. You got to Abba no. Internet I will see a fee money if we both who say your MPP at Waso and I say yes, it's a woman. Yes, it's a woman to need a change in so. Are we going for NDC or we are going for somebody neutral? Then now we're gonna for home. Said the mechanic there be as any a child which any there. More or less will be any say in Tuaba. You can't some, you can't some, you can't some. The you who know experience, I be who know, and in Yama, you be who and my ask them why you can be. But you in Tuaba nibi. Now more Tuabano. Yana more here, Namuntia. na momfa ntoto mo nneɛma ho yɛnkɛsɛm a yɛka yɛde yɛahu yɛ sɛ wokɔ dwa mmienu a na ɛhunu deɛ ɛba yɛtena Ghana yɛtena aburokyire yɛhunu difference wɔ mu yɛte ha yɛyɛhunu no sɛ na deɛ yɛka ne sɛ adɛn na nneɛma bi hɔ a yɛ so simple sɛ yɛdɔ yɛ man a yɛbɛtumi yɛ ne yɛhwɛ ahyehyɛ yɛ man ne yɛso yɛde yɛ ne no every day by day ɛkɔ west and west and west and west adɛn yɛnkɔ yɛ nipa bɛn yɛmpanimfoɔ no deɛ nkoa na ɔmo hwehwɛ wode my MPP a ɛwɔ no no sɛ ne yɛsitie wode my NDC so a yɛwɔ no so ne sɛ ne yɛsitie so where are we going ɛman no so no 80% and I said 90% no MPP NDC ɔmo nyinaa so afeeli yɛn and that is what today we are going to talk about. Is Ghana a failed state? And you know, young common so. Opening him say, back to you, back to the studio. Said the year coming in Anam say Omodi Kaka. Yes, starting from the economy. The economy of Ghana. Now, how do you say it? From before up to now, the Abidruno and then the economy, the Abidruno, send a uhuno. Efa.
Dawasi. First of all, there be said there Abbas being a failed state. Then you better discuss about whether Ghana state we failed or unfairly. Okay, to that American or there yes time Mahama Wadon Inyama Oti Ina Akufado so obey Inyama Waye because I'm make there or catch a Ghana for there. Mahama or incompetent.
No great.
In the oil corrupt.
Yeah, no great.
Na wabaya Ghana ye ma onwan kasa wonya beji. Asam kra mi yin free dan yi de ba omia kede wabaya Ghana the Dubai of Africa.
Yeah.
Akufado oye so bold po okeche Ghana for there. Samu bana mi fela mumpamami. Okay. Okay. But along the line, there se leader bia company bia se nyama onko ye leader no wo blame no.
Yeah.
Wo blame employers no. Ma if leader no ejuma orbo to form on nkofo anasefo no wo hwe na wa ye ejuma moti Akufado obey why on you interested to build Ghana the promise now to the promise now of the ma Ghana for no. Okay, about two promises or not so many promises, but I will pick only two. Also to fight against illegal mining and to fight against corruption. Before you see there, I will protect the public's purse.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Belgium highway. What any minister be no way the state sika. Oboko prison. America Oboko prison. And also Obo resign. Africa the onko prison. Wanyin baka government no way rule country no. It is a well say obi a fight corruption no on mahwan. To obi wiadzi na ontum on punish na if you there no was na bazna obeye the same thing also obu to state no enti oma corruption no beye so pervasive then kofuna wo wie sika but the whole thing that Ghana why had that say fight against corruption all years in papa because woba accuse you there NDC ni ana MPP ni but ada won you free there say MPP ana NDC po so why previously corrupter new government now wa promise to fight corruption or there will follow one pledging mama also on fight one kada NDC here into enso ye beye they be one mandam because they be am try me show as me kada masem ya as me feedback in ahoba what shama hoba otum but ahoba don fon no ahoba kun punch ye wu dadado na azo wo me there okay corruption budu time bia in or there will increase in your report no what a feeling whole gap of corruption until we inflate products no tariffs no into ama nkofo tum fa adem be country no ina nkofo so ontum wo import inyama from ba country into ma activities no port activities businesses ni nyina ina owu go down na amanfo ntum hu there owu go down e kasa they will attack you hwe Ghana media na odo wo bo hen no was silence on nyina muntu me kada akofo adomo nska no me huta mo nska but I know how effective Ghana media is and it came to a time or today ma onya we but during the time of Muhammad Moa nyama yen oh obo man nature de man ko apa ya mo oda do wan atase because on nanyo yen zanjana we kunu hu da do because abra Ghana oye good wo bo Muhammad chira dam we sit down we Captain Smart na say sia we hu there sana ada we ye nyina sana oboa na so stampia o conference there no so oye bontia Muhammad ma orepecho nkofu pi wo pa Muhammad cho but echo no enfosu bi anyu ho okay ente e wo there say wa bochira na say etkun the economy no ya sometimes no erka man fantasy nti no onto ma last year mokro Ghana no mpere man kasa muko investigate into first thing mokoli at the port of Tamahabo Takoradi Habo mo hobby investigation na ebika chem there ship obodoki 2 days ago wa friend Grande Angola could you believe ship away Fabuchiwa bakas all the bay or your 3 cars mo publish article you'll be able to find on Google. Grand Angola docked in Ghana with 3 vehicles. Me mami will mean to be that. Ship away free abuchua about the 3 cars only show how serious the economy of Ghana has been. Very serious. Na 3 cars no ona so no tracing one am mabu ho no unicano. I'm telling you, taxes are what to do. It or can pay 200 euros, mo will charge 4,000 euros for his Toyota Corolla. Abasama. This is too much. Corona tax, Corona even taxes so many. Yenke there Akufado or Kade Oba Obaba be reduced taxes because Mahamani taxation is too much. But Obenmo Oba pile up. Okay, on dungeon. But anyway, to them American, it may be or American or the mission ye because I'm off back there. May support NPP, may support NDC, but on them. I mean, I have over 24 years, saying whether would send uncle vote or more butter and Chamum voted that. But we know woman butter and Tinta Moko boat into political party were Ghana doing him cry. Mandom party be or mo vote am a party be or into say accuse them NDC in crowd from I mean what I know is I have to fight for everybody to live a higher way in maybe or why create in such a way there our poor man ebezizi our poor man ebutuma jilo na da tiawo danka dia talker only Africa dam so show na work a catch on the dam na nyame all say on ya no won boefu. Okay, one thing what's saying economy no or the fight against illegal mining, the biggest failure, even though Akufo-Addo promised Ghanaians that he's going to fight against illegal mining, but it turned out that he is behind illegal mining. Obibaka chairman there, is it the there okay? Okay, I'm assuming the way I'm assuming Yamazi. First of all, abra illegal mining say Ghana now war accuse Bernard Enchubosiako, known as Wuntumino. As a president, Ghana population were accusing there. Ono in our say in Ukraine with illegal mining. Our president will be used. Is it then a defend the man and Wuntumin Kaho or Yamaba on Kaho? How? Your president, you are not called for that. That means he is receiving money of support from Wuntumi's illegal mining. That is why he quickly came out to defend him. This is my opinion. You can accept it or not. I won't force anybody. Okay. illegal money why is so serious there say ano European Union wa boycott Ghana cocoa only thing na young cocoa purchasing power and wa bafom until cocoa board is struggling but when we are there we media be a employer they don't write about the true fact Magana who there this is what is going on next a try that then you become public enemy number one. This is what is happening in Ghana. Asofu wontumu wankasa, Christian Kasi wontumu wankasa. Obia so akufado. Woso ne ikrosu se ikro ni population was so one president only ye da. Another thing. Akufado or appointee new relative Kanoforiata as finance minister. That was the first article I wrote that echo Google, you will never see such an appointment. Because such appointment, it never progresses a nation. Obama Christian nation will be full. One task, oh, we'll try to pay fine. Nenima, you know, corruption, no 5 years. Nessa, I will employ or appoint your relative as finance minister. How do you do the corruption? It will be easy. It will facilitate corruption. Obey the catalyst. It will speed up the reaction. And see exactly on so many finances whereby but the whole thing is there. Or yeah, so because they gain something. Motu Mamo, another example. The collapsing of the 8 financial institutions were Ghana. We are appointing Kanoforiata, that's the first thing to do. Sign a ninano or other watch order to collapse the banking institution so that Kanoforiata's data bank will enjoy the monopoly. In the a change a Japan bookie obey exposing who then oh son watch on in your room. But what I do the bank needs 9 billion Ghana cedis to survive, and they use 25 billion to dissolve it. Oh, Abasemi. Into some Recadama, oh, I'm your democro. Wobayadam, nyada mo me chiri NPP, na mo support NDC. No, wanyadam. Dam bank institution no, ono what dissolving, ono one, only yafande, only the initial problem, oma economy started there all for. Only initial, because every country, bank is one of the biggest pillars supporting it. A watcher, Belgium, how Aba before na one friend Belfius, one friend Desia Bank, you know, collapse in a bit no yen Belfius. When dissolving, that was only one bank, eh? Until just imagine if you were a Ghanaian and 8 banking institutions have been collapsed, how do you think your country will be? But they will tell you coronavirus. They will tell you Russia-Ukraine war. But let me tell you something. Let's assume it is coronavirus. How many people know coronavirus occur in Ghana? Okay. How many people know coronavirus occur in Abrochi in Onyenkroa? So still one economy here in Ghana. Belgium won do cocoa. A cocoa tree and in your but why a chocolate? Chocolate one when you sketching BBR. Ghana you do cocoa. So bread. Another thing. So coronavirus waho yanko krapa World Bank so many institutions were Ghana sika World Bank mekede o Ghana $430 million MPP government kede were Ghana 100 million until the World Bank director Nankasa say momo 430 into 330 now wahi. Okay. It may be a young chrono why and in such a way that it belongs to only a few people.
Yeah.
But a domino kasankasano wabebre. So ever fight for against so ever fight against corruption. That's set good example. How many MPP politicians were involved in corruption? Belgium one na obotum government we hu adapo we hu there or the $100 million order to nufia wajan. No, but Ghana or what am I? We had a mobilism. Inti ayankasa inyama yasha no say yes the compare Bahama time ina walankasa me nkama sam walankasa juno Mahamo oya azepapa na oya azebon ana akufado oya papa na akufado waibo ami to me no akufado wamba ye president nche Ghana yakofa. That's my opinion.
Okay. Now say no. So they work at akufado wamba ye president ka Ghana yakofa. Say Mahama so na there were also challenges. Corruption na no so no corruption so na say Mahama time to na yakoso pa. You know that if you say Akufo-Addo ba no abaye corruption or abaye better. And a man medical kind, and my try say they changes. Here changes because I'm no so buy Obaka and send your kind and say or protect the public purse. To be protect the public purse, the not just say it's a war against corruption. There's Obama corruption now conform.
That's P.
You know, you know they can't why Akufo-Addo now massive vote, you know, because you know say like free SHS in Korea. Akufo-Addo in the last election, no, 2012 no kawan lusu because nobody can so very free SHS, and so Ghana for no, because near him say Muhammad the na ekono ekoya to the west say I feel that corruption scandals no na ye too much. It Ghanaians no they were fed up with Muhammad and the government, and ma ye to ma Akufo-Addo massively because near him said. One thing am I tomorrow send America can say to come and fight against corruption. You know, by into corruption, no say you who up to the 8 years Akufo-Addo Bekoi, you who say fight against what fairly completely. Send what fairly a friend say fight against how to call illegal money, no? The same thing or fairly against corruption completely. Now I mean am I question I'm say what Wakabi. I'm say Wakabi. Say who be can. I will consider.
Corruption yaza or baby or Europe.
Yeah.
Or America.
Yeah.
All the developed countries corruption or only thing I hand what predator trying or fighting until they come up with modern technologies how to payment this one. But still our experience. But Africa, Daminyamano mana enso kakanka yerba. Inti muntu mekade Africa oye corruption so Africa but meka bibi Mahamas oya corrupt krapa ojun Ghana for him share oya so many development throughout the nation or developing Ashanti region the stronghold of the MPP also that he left only a debt of 200 billion or just so many projects uncompleted. Okay, Akufo-Addo is in power for 8 years. Ghana outstanding debt now is 763 billion. He can't account for it. About this can you until my explain. Akufo-Addo when see Obubun for one hospital also obesi modern 1 year. He otutu form also basic cathedral 58 million wadan swimming pool. Enti se edwun wa ehu there no. Edwun corruption wo NDC krapa. Wodwe nyipa wo ma nyipa o feed the Ghana fu wo ma NDC ma Ghana fu o feed the we nyipa. But them abani no one if you apology for one to more farm Ghana Want to look, Bahumia or promise Mama only 3 promises. Share Agenda 111. Ebubu Hospital, Lateshi Nungwa Hospital, Nese Busiama, one name to me, sir. It's even 111 hospitals. Ghana for I'm Pacho, Minimdo, when you answer. I have Mama wants this one. One district, one factory, our him. One village, one dam, our him. Ninya, one yet. Maham, Maumia, on my promises are all the promises on menu. The easiest to build toilets in Winton. It is saying to fetch just a Ghana for. Obi a wa ma all these pledges na won tum na say toilet ni support won tum a o si dey no so na obesi abade airport na bibi wo Cape Coast in say oh yeah no we vote man be abofo how we can be there. If you want to see the lack of knowledge of Africans, write it in the book. The man some no oyam ye wa ma there o feel there ya no oyam ye da me kada no discrimination. Why do they have to say this? If you want to know the intelligence of a black man, write it in the book. Or Africans, you read. But a tree, there's a certain element of truth in it. Only when 2 months toilet, is then a vote man as president. Ghana for 1 million yards, about 4 so more than you see in Yansa at a French.
Yeah, Simon. Memo video bi wa ha. Memo audio bi wa ha na ye tie.
Makasa asem ni wapai. Because e be ya didi atem ama ye say e be sama Dr. Bawumia sa to aso breaking 8 no. It will be an insult. That is an extension of Nana Akufo-Addo. Me who the way me sing kasa asem no, but eyame the aircourse no as Nana Akufo-Addo afeli ansama na Dr. Bawumia so meto aso mfeli ni engusu ani e sori anopa. Hey, me de me ntimi sori anopa na de bia me mekeka msa o. There be anything Nana Akufo-Addo me pese obeto aso. Go papa na ya nkase defending no na ye man ne ba waku yani ma asenti ye ma Dr. Bawumia why failure. He's part of the failure. Ye man into aso. Nemo me as usual one na wosika into the next to lead. But amanyu semu no ebeye sabi adidi atam say mo be ma after Nana Akufo-Addo abon man ya tuma ye ho tre ye brain the next 5 years sama Dr. Bawumia or ka ho no ensama to aso in the name of next to lead. That would be an insult to the people. As a nurse Ghana for sabi ye nim ye ya na Ghana ye nia bro Ghana nye obi adia wo ye nia bro ye mo obi a medada idie mu ye mo obi a medada idie mi busa Dr. Bawumia so no ka do bepe de no bepe edie be biem what device for the 8 years ni wa ban aboya guse ya na ye nenam ne ye twefa e bo wa mia wa no ye de to bebre atoto so ka che se to mo ntwa to mo de mo ba betete enne to mo mia ma de ekoso nyina wa mia wa no enne wa ye din ma be ka se wo di nyame sem because oni say ye afu anti oni say Ghana fo pe nyame sem a ye afu anti oni say ye afu anti oni be fa nyame sem so ni aka se o suro nyankopon na asofo no mpanyifo madam ma muntie mi mo ka ho e na ye bre mo ka ho hwe me kasa wo ye mu me kira youth ade me kira university for ade emaburu no hie omo na no mu di nkomo a enyoma omo ka no omo ye frustrated emaburu no hie omo na omo kasa wo hie omo akoma ma omo ye frustrated just omo hu de omo nye oni bi ne papa kwasika 150 Ghana cedis unim nyoma omo ya anse no ma survive emaburu no nim de omo ya anse no ma survive and the national service for 3 months January afini etu omo ka January diaba ye be di Easter. After back 3 months, January a faina wu betu omuka. Una de ba kwa ba betum. Obia ye adwuma na ye ntwa ne ka. Na kofo e da so ne nam ho. Obia wie ne ntwa teachers for omuka de kwa say newly recruited teachers are ye do mo akọ. Ye betu omukra ya asem. Ni nyina wa mia no say ye na everybody nya. Ne yensa ma wo kwan. Wa mia wa no president o president adi. Wa mia wa no. Now you are also the about the Yankopon so with God, all things are possible. With God, then you say, hey, and Bawumia or the Yankopon opwa.
ye me ma sa kwan ni bi twam Ghana fo yeni atibiem sabi adai muni say ye defanya mesem so a ye beji atum na hu se na Akufo Addo wa feli o man no obi na nkan chew and the cement is over 100 Ghana cedis adai cement 100 Ghana cedis mo bia mi ana no cement 100 Ghana cedis wo say yansa man next to lead why who say be lead dey bi Dr. Bomia mi busa no nkofo mo ye next to lead no wo wa ban ye to cement 100 Ghana cedis ye ma kwan say lead o lead dey akoka dey asa beto aso. Please don't insult us. Ghana for any abre. Me do yaw na kasa no. Emi time say what kuma ye bre. Pe Kenya asem bia ntai. Dia wo pa ne say wo do be sa to aso. Wo be to aso be eden. Ena wo bosomi so na wonya usika. Be hwe multimedia de bia pressure de so. Because bosomi so ne etua kawia. Sika na wa ye usika kwa wonya bindi. Ena buso bi o ye adwuma. Kan bia ye fro. Hey, 100, 50, 200, say, and I'm best school fee. And one now we are doing because of a Momo Ponya, Dr. Bomia, and then the president. Then at the end of the day, now we're making sure say, so we are here. So what you fix your economy, mini problem, me, I may say, come one campaign, Yamau. Say, I didn't economy. What you mean to say, can me, patch on, no matter campaign, Yamasi amount to us. What is next to lead? What are we talking about? Are we serious? Because of the
ati for ya for say ya tibia when be kind say ya ma say ya bana ya be ka bibi and say ya be support to NDC no na mbom say na bi ka kan no MPP na wa ba mu nti mu na ya assess mu na ya hunu de modi ye free ye de modi abedro for 8 years no na ya de ebu hu akonta hunu say 8 years na mobile no the papa ne bone ewu mu no especially boya papa yenka yes a boni ewu mu ti de hunu ye afi say entwa yi no ye no na mi say ye beka ehu asem ye no bi hu asem dem say ye ka ne ha no ti say o te ho na wutie na ye MPP supporter na say we ye MPP organizer na say we ye MPP follower hunu say ya metena say ye betwa MPP abo ana say ye beka bibia gesi MPP ntini ye te ha da bi de momu no abana amuwo mu no ene ma ye fi say ne expect from ho abo ntumi amana anye se ne ye peno no ye na wo say kan ye okwanse ye kan asaganean am say de okasa ye ya mutie ne audio yi na dwantoa from Ishra FM na o kasa no o say o de yaw na ye kasa say we are all disappointed in MPP, that is for sure. But send American medical can say yen to abani bi ye de Kenya yen to abani bi e wom say mahama ba no sisi no na pobo a obo wontimi ma policy bia che say ye convincing, but at least ye hwede ye kono so a it's up to me no say ye ma no wo muntu aso say na pani ni kan ye ma wo muntu aso ba mu ya san to aso mfa ye nko henfa no say ade akobio ye yedri henfa no say ade akobio say na opani ba ko video a boy no o say a liter of fuel. That's your ton 14. That can in a gallon, which is 5 liters, no. That's 14 Ghana. She saying 1 liter, 14 Ghana. That to answer by also can cement work. Cement was about 20 cities, 30 cities. I Mahama time. She say you do 100, you come 100 crown economy. Come back to the city. The city rate another, and she say the Edru. There's a money call West times 3 times 4. Now to us the say I don't know where we are heading to. Intermediate men carry to Obama no, but it's say Banya Sabo Yebunube, it's up to you. So be decided. Your man no say send your opinion di kan or Hana say one you know say Ghana is a failed state. The American nyina no say enya Mahama and as nya Akufo Addo nko but from there to Mahama to why bani nyina no to the end time now say ye can say no. The conclusion on the Akufo Addo time that you see no ye conclude for 17th December no say be na to aso and I say be na si form nti no 7 December no say be na to aso and I say be na si form no and am say no ama topic no has center on Akufo Addo ene na ban so enti no na ye hunu say no the Addo no is a failed state o man no benefo no e de ahwemo. It is up to me to think and think further. Now ye kasa che ye nuanom e wo fie mbeto aba no ane ehunu sem e beka kire wo mu. say because Ghana for na omo ti ho no omo nim say ampa say ye ne ye betra abruchi no na ye say ukodwa mienu ana ye hunu de eba ya tra Ghana ye betra abruchi ye hunu de ntira ye hunu sunsun ye gumu ene ye hunu say no say ye ti ho na ye ne ye fura ye ba ya ne ye hunu say no abrofo no so omo onipa omo so ye nipa omo wo na mienu say ye ne ya ma bi ho no mo a nye bibia na ye diskaye e ya adwene ade bi ho a ye so empanimfo no adwene o ma no ho yi a ene ma bi ho betumi atoto e man ka ye ho atoyi ento so no ani yankobasa yinu ya ka Belgium asem Belgium we are in Belgium omuni bibia for Belgium ni natural resources bia but the chrono bibia ekoso so bibia ekoso o man no mu edi entira because omun penifo no toto enema yie bibia da na kwa mu niema bi ho a ekoso Africa utum se ha no hardly se betumi akoso e wo ha wam de omun nye nipa entinam se ye be ko break aba ye ba ye be frɛ nipa ba ko mienu bi na afi no ye de telephone number no ato na afi no wa pesa obamu no so watumi aba mu se bi ha se frɛ betemre no so ye na ya mo so aba mu no so abeka do mo so na se mo so abeko do mo so a contribution ntino menu ya me go commercial break mra na afi no ye ko break mra na afi no ye pa dwumadi no en meto aso ye do mo so kaka. Aha, I got
Watch Solution Hour every Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Gaspora TV. The man on the seat, Chairman Bonsafu Bewa. Solution Hour, solutions to every problem.
Sawa kwantium na wakoduru fie na wunya baabi na eya pa me kanfo ni Valve Guest House amount eye Kumase Kwadaso Estate near Christ Apostolic University and Kwadaso Market wo mo jacuzzi papa bi omo wo swimming pool a obetimi adodwo ho ni Valve Guest House se wonya ahoho bi na opa baabi papa nso amomada afọ ne light adundum de menwene ho kora omo wo solar 24/7 a eya adwuma na air condition so etwagu afa kora de ni Valve dia betwam edemu stronko owo pap bi a wo bia na wo wura ho no mo a wo be fili très bien se wo pe DSTV ahwe ni Valve wo projector kese abodan enti wo ni problem kra se wo pe bibia nom ana se wo pe bibia de emutuo de wo woni hu problem kra Reni Valve bo wura ho na bibia wo nsabeka ni Valve Guest House na wura mu a emu afeyie tutromi kai enkoda ba bia se ni Valve na security ne so de eye tight me kanfo ni Valve Guest House amount fra wo mo ewo ahomatrofo yi so 0547819823 ana se 0263928191 so share ni mu at Nivavi. You are not just received, but welcome as part of the royal family. Nivavi Guest House. May that do me on.
You alone, I'm on.
Watch Solution Hour every Sunday, 6 p.m.
Tifo ni ahefo say ya saba bio. Se na ye ka no say de ba ye e sha se aye ka nyina dodo na no kogensi NPP, that is the party in power. Say eniema bi ho no mo na expectation no say nya sa na nya no. But bia we don't know. Say bia na ja bibi e wo back door e bia they are going to do miracles. The next 4 years I ever say nyame ya wo adum no munya power no a ombetumi aye bibia yenti ye ne yenim but every MPP communicator I wo Belgium ha no so no de ye ka nyina wotie no so de owo afutu ade be ma ye de tira ye nya rehwemu wo mu enema bia wo sesesa bia enema bia ye ka ya bia nya sa na tie ni nyina na ye hunu de no so no obetumi ede ama de wo ema ye ansa na ya to aye komodie no so Opani. What mega?
Me tell Kapa.
Okay. Them say one who dey akọ nyina wotie nsem a yaka nyina gu MPP so.
Martin nyina.
Aha, enti no why MPP communicator dey net say be hu say Ghana adwuma bia no why dey say to be MPP communicator.
No correct.
Aye dey papa san say dey nkofo aka no. Aha no yeni abotirimuka dey nkofo aka no dey minu e ba ya wo ka nyina no. Aye facts a ye nyina ye Ghana for ye hunu dey yeko. We don't care medical car. We are not here just to come say you be support MPP. No, because NDC ba o my way. Say you wo te abruchi also what system no no. Because say we nim say one story no one kwa adwuma wo nidi. Yes, Ghana no be story our politics I was saying any de bia no politician bi we twam to be ma me sempo ana taku ana say me call politicians no akodi disusu ana akodi disika better ha ntisa nti ye nyina no ye hweso ma ne be ye na bia ye so kakra e benya ne betim dia ko ne yetim betim dia ye bibi ye so yetimi atra ye krom ti na ye nyina ye wa ha but emre ni nti ne men kama no ko achi why communicator no ye ntimi nkeka wa bra ye ma okwan ma so wumba mu na so nka wo so de wunim so ntimi converse ye nti na wada roma be ja fidie na ma de aka ne nyina no especially the economy na pani e kan ya ne nsam o kan ya wo boso bi no e bi e wo so work e kan no so so emano ma you say with the topic of the first question is Ghana a fair state? Is a fair state or not? Na fe no we no na fe wo de no so am I the first state no che say Ghana na feel na MPP na ama Ghana na feel no it's a fair state as na be dey catch him for the beginning from the time of independence now obi aba obe na fam de na akufo de ne namba ayen wo mu so ba o ma be yo mu afam de so mbeto aso so mu ntu aso they force down their part it the amount for ya be duro say no you classify it as a fair state or not opening the jama
the kai me chair with TFO you know me chair also Mr. Bewa Mr. Joel submission was very perfect.
Thank you very much.
Me chair the party chairman in Solomon.
Okay.
There was my chairman, general secretary, ranking member, and I'm side chair, the Antwerp chairman, Mr. Charles. Going back to the topic, is Ghana a failed state? I would say no. Ghana is never a failed state. Ghana is still a functioning state. Obi will be some say in America, sir. Say a or might be a failed state. That's no border control. Number two, there's no sustainable governance. For example, no any akwenya omuko ekotuaba. They told me and no aim to me provided the citizens with the basic necessities of life. So we can basic necessities of life I'm talking about infrastructure, education, healthcare service, and education. And see a share Abako Semu and I see a share Ghana, even young Koyechi, from 1992 being the fourth republic. We have realized Ghana is a country, yet to me, the polls every 4 years on December 7th. December 7th, yes, I call Akotuaba. They told me, say ka and tokwa be a nationwide conflict. Ghana has not experienced a nationwide conflict since 1992 up to now. So you compare countries, say even Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso. Since 1992, you know man about shield. And should there be more? Recently, there was a military junta, which was a coup d'etat in Burkina Faso. Inti say the science normal way in a good senior. You say Ghana is not a failed state. Ghana is rather a functioning state, which is resilient and progressive. In America, sir, because apart from about 2 years to me, your independent judiciary, your fundamental human rights laws, there are so many rights that people exhibit on a daily basis. Ghana is never a failed state. Yes, and it is true. There are economic challenges. And we are seeing them in Nayadino. And yet Ghana and Kwana Yadin. Sebi, it's a Belgium, hey, Topano, Belgium will be a panel ball and to say panel ball and near the last year.
Yeah.
Yes, Belgium, Omundia hit. Almost someone of your panel to see it's a big book, I say, DNT and a Belgium panel so wide. I did. Inti on economic hardship no and I reaction I did no. Sabi enye Ghana nkwa nanso no de bia sama MPP aban ene ba omi aban a ba ye kan say hardship no challenges no problems no e wo ho nanso ekwan a ye be shift Ghana from the current position to the position of Belgium said de be ya obi top no china na pan on the board in cry on feely a buono a den no a yen shishie na esi di gu akwam enu ti na ye ka che Ghana fo nyina se obi anka na koma ntu ne yam oman ni mu aye den eye no kre enso shishie pa ebe move Ghana forward and shishie ebe making sure say all these exogenous shocks no maybe say emma exchange rate kosro emma normal boy ekosro emma ejuma setup eye difficult no the solutions are with us so give us the chance and we can put these implementations in place. Mr. Joel can send a brain in relation to Ghana being a failed state, for example, corruption. Yes, Ghana, there is corruption in the system. However, the tax per GDP ratio is like 20%. It's not even more than 20%. Because, sir, my practice say, Ghana krona ye nyina ye timu no. Nipa dodo a bosumi bia mutua tax e wo sika omunya no. Ti eyi nipa du gina ho a nipa miensa pe ne tua o. Na Mr. Bewa se uwa abusia na uda abusia no na musika amunya no. Ubetimi dia hwe nipa miensa abra mu ye du a e beye den na wa hwe abusia no. Enu nti ene Ghana for input to ti ane ka say okay, then we will increase the borrowings because I buy government business entity, I buy normal ento, I buy revenue via the taxes. Na taxes na ebinya na no ane de hwe man no nti se enya tax ne dia ene ne ese agi koye de yekobubusia. Sabi se wo hwe de ewiase koi ewiase mpuntu na who say one thing Ghana for your work a standard of education. And one of the reasons why unemployment is very high in Ghana is the gap between the industries and the academia. The academia is totally different from the industries in Ghana. The schools no projected and graduate students they don't fit into the current labor market in Ghana. It is also a cause of unemployment rate in the country. And how do you legislate or how do you bridge the gap between the academia and the industry to reduce unemployment? These are all implementations. You need to go back to the whole academia, restructure the whole academia in relation to syllables so that you prepare the graduates for the labor market. Brofuni yard also. The near training and say, and some Mr. Joel Kaye difficulties are Ghanaians are going through Minano, and you know, credit. However, any problem a trace Ghana and calling Ghana economy and rebebre the decline. Your free secondary school education system. Yes, there are no inefficiencies. But if you compare Ghana to the other African countries we come from, these things don't exist. When we talk about health insurance scheme, Africa countries, no, you take only some few well-being countries of more health insurance scheme. It gradually as a country, no, you're fairly totally. Your students here, like school them, yes. Yes, ye fairly and so gradually no ye see one say every community be queen. It's the idea and the catching Ghana for especially the youth.
Which one?
men dwene see difficulties are difficulties are a global challenge. I don't want to cause the reason. So we bet you the MPP government will promote the development of the country. Because there are so many problems.
Okay.
At the same time, no, we have so many solutions on the ground. How we will make sure we put things in place.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm saying, Wakabi, why a good communicator. I'm saying, before so be free, I'm saying, Mr. Joe, person will be sound some Bakumi Nubi. Nah, yeah,
yeah. Good evening, bro, Richmond.
Good evening, Mr. Joe.
But maybe so. About the economy, no. I'm very happy to make your contribution.
Okay.
But on Ghana's democracy, no side, no. But maybe so. Just a simple question. Now one can explain because Ghanaians have never witnessed that war Ghana before. Why is it that after Akufo-Addo, Salem Mustafa, Brana Champon, they know how democracy is essential for Ghana. Only Brana Champon crap Watna America da. But yet they can threaten security and speak treasonous actions which can incite violence. We will not hand over power. Why is MPP doing that? Can you explain that to Ghanaians, Bajo?
Mr. Joe, for your question. Say, Obika say we will win election by all means, in quote. It doesn't necessarily portray a violent means of winning election. For example, say even Belgium prior to the national elections, the main agenda behind propagating was we can't live with migrants anymore. However, migrants, and we all know the contribution we contribute to the development of the country Belgium. In politics, say a phrase be out. For example, we will win all elections at all costs. It doesn't portray say Brian means he will use violent means to win elections at all costs. What I would say and what I understand Brian's statement he made was, I will use all the available resources and strategies to make sure I win my election. That is the basic definition I understand from the phrase. However, it will be better to say, oh, Brian say I'll win election by all means and by all costs, and for that reason, we use positive and negative means to win the election, which might as well infiltrate violence. It's a basic understanding to the whole phrase, but at the same time, I will urge Ghanaians and I will urge every individual to actually portray the positivity out of the message than to derive the negativity which will propagate violence. Because very difficult. But then at the same time, I wouldn't tell any Ghanaian, and I will tell Ghanaians as well, to propagate the positivities from all the messages coming out and decline all the violence interjections so that we can have a peaceful general election, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yo.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Martin,
yo. We be answer a bit from. Why?
Martin, any problem?
Okay.
Okay. Ghana for you now.
Yo, Ghana for you now, so. I'm say T for send more who I'm say Richmond and our Wakasano, some Casa on any LPP communication officer, Belgium, ha. And I also know what can say. Question Sajua Ebisa no so no otimi eyi question na no kama send ya oka no say send bia ya dwene no eja saa ne bia etie na oka bibi se obi a ne ntiase nti ne bia ye ntiase no na obi also ntiase no different is possible nti no wakyerɛ mu sɛne ɔno nso te ase fa ama yɛ fi sɛ wow ebi a ɛtɔ aso mu it's up to atiefoɔ no a motie no ɛna mo na mo I mean mo decide na yɛhunu deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛba anaasɛ mo na mobɛtumi decide ɛma yɛhunu deɛ ɛteɛ ɛm sɛ obi aba ahoma no so right ma yɛmfa no ne yɛntie deɛ ɔno so ɔma yɛ ansa na ɛma Mr. Joel atoa nkɔmɔ no so ɔpɛni ɛmo akɔ aba ɛba Gaspora TV na sana baby sa odi ni baby a okasa free
me from free the kasa free am to
okay
and better mo program am tete ba so kaka
so na kasa obi etio
na idea edi kind no but me start myself no Ghana is not a fair state Ghana is not a fair state and it will never be a fair state chief also mo starting mo program no papa na o to here no yana obo NPP for echi ekufu ado echi ni ade but sabi you see kakra Ghana and the person say Ghana I face data Ghana and no man who is particularly all the time
oh say na medical car
yes the make kasa and say when say this for the picture mind for the say on mind it is oko America is kapolo omo wa no oba ni oba so a you make to na no and you find one it's more than 12,000 workers and ya buy juma a big private and what said you can ya can na ma it is a in the country e koso
economy no
one is about person oba from Ghana is kapuni na if Ghana like I say you must be an Ghana a be it is a main timber company and this is something within that never happened 5 and 10,000 workers one is buy and for the good segment. Then we're maybe to say when cheap to Macan. When cheap to Macan, no more football club when cheap to Macan. One is buy and for the good segment. Okay. Here no you brewery. Here one is the every club will cheap almost gonna call Liberia. Now that was look at workers. Okay, support any FDN team commercial scaffold and is I prepare no I appear make a single soup in this a year the other. Thank you for your ones the bread or massive. Ghana no you can't be but say or Maya was the 19 good years. Ghana and one of the time and a man among whom said millions or Ghana I was supposed to go because Ghana are a risk. But the corruption as a man, yeah, cano. Not person who fight corruption first. That identity card no about me at the abano. Identity card no any bit media and fight corruption. I will say we you who so you need who police no a crown and or the so fight corruption. Then system no media go personal and they fight corruption. For the man example back first no bank managers or many customers be 8 million one. Now the India court on their court loan and people let you know now yet bad debt they really cannot you know what they are saying and I'm so and the okay now the entire identity card system I bank baby if you are going to another banker it will show what is the evil Europe I say there's a corruption much more fight corruption only me I'm ready you go and I see it way but the name say system no area because of this capture they are called Africa I also say a five national bank you say it's okay and then it's not pushing them and the anti-corruption now yeah kind I just say Europeans on VTR or my corruption no yeah the normally and the fight corruption that identity card now a dear panel identity card no and the fight corruption let's can any Google for bottom na and about the dear by all
maybe some
question and the tosu being so Ghanaians na kasan na the Japan can say you are born bad bra when they look and say obi a filling station or no food na you be good name say on the higher price na you can want them to see no one try to steal the boss no yes can say okay easy that's a crap and fun ya de lutin dia ya na ne ka politicians and ne giant ya kasa ya sam ya babu three abusa ya we obi ti ko fa ne ma e ba be du kuma na o te mo to me krata no to wa to ne nkwala ne krata no iska no ato ya de ne ti ya ne dia it's okay because en ko ya e ti ya ne kasa ni petuntum no ya bring kuta ya no e ne papa it is a politicians I can almost be a human being like us what you say then you na ni kuta it is a kasa o man no e person man ye dia and you also you like a or mania is sure far will be who says I got away at that. No piano baller, no you cool, no ye, it's so good to cool. You know, you bought a buy a chief. Yet you come come and you know, a COVID-19, you can war. It affected the whole world. Yet you bet your height. Personally, I kept you 1,200, 1,300, but I need to meet deep and the car. She said, like 2,000 plus, but we won't be saving. Because we are waiting, and now we'll come and see that's what person room, because then we got Madame or person room, and 930, excluding other taxes. The guy back up say you could share 930. Now say, we let it in my, we hit when you hit in my, we internet in my other area, say about 2,000 pounds can visit Maca. It's in your Ghana and Kona Hotel. If you want to use to buy it, say, a buying I say the Ghana for 1 year pedima, a buyer so, not say or a year. Temana, you sorry to say, Temana is Susano. You go school, your Macoy and your Chris can your company, near Yeska, up you to say a pressure and I won't pay us no, a bit easy. And the Ghana and Yakona or Chris can know that put that parcel, or that could be not all the Yes, all my thing, you blame for the first one, my thing. And then a buyer seats swap. If there's over 5 years in TV, so my brand new, over 5 years at all. Or back of I got a bubble say, I know I put me 15,000. No, the ability to know them. Oh, they are the I was saying, you can't say the BIA government because I deal with criminal, and yet, Mother, I don't know, man, or man said, we can Omokoye Juma. It's no pressure, Bianca was saying, or the toast, no pressure, no more year through. So, what I say, but Ghana and Yakoba, Uncle Koye, Valerians of the foul means, and they are pretty. Why do we blame always blame government? Corruption, a Papana or Tonto kind corruption, Albedia. But the idea, and yet the nation, you come and in free Ghana, urban lentis, near the water, 540 twice. And then, the basis that you air conditioning room near the two quiet. The Ghana has changed. It's in Ghana, no any Ghana, a man, a free, no more mentality in the agreement, and also in the and your president, and then I want to say, a politician. It will be something chair said, she said, no, I told you, see, Ghana, she don't do a key sicker, but the empire didn't go. Say a coye a year will be teasen, a comedy cool, but lay ye time, no, you are on the tree, and the be fit, you should be or tears and a comedy cool. You are going to now, I don't know who's your bed. It's not a government, and it's a young somebody the answer government, and young Casanca, and yet, share your back room. Police are police for any control, a black man, an Arab man, not police for no more oil because almost a young in Brazil. Yanam, Fanny Fee. It's no young soon blame the government, you know. It's a government, Ghana, no, I say is free Wallace and I say Ghana. Let me say, because a new man now Ghana, you know. The only baton for Nina, or cool Nina, one thought Ghana, if I knew a Johnny Fuel, not a workers or a fan or more fat. It's unemployment in a CSU, my young for the time, and unemployment a year. I don't care whether they will vote for Bawia or they will vote for former President Mama. Because former President Mama, I'm a boy, you big boy, no, you have to go to the table. Say port, what tall port, no. Ports now are told the same person so a campaign say, and no boy, and my boy didn't know. Not just all the chance because obey or what port, obey on Kundina, the Biase port on toy. Undina, the Biase port on 20 Ghana. You will be our Maya, Yentin Yanaka, you Fagan Sanyadi, I did be a crowd on Nigeria. No more car and near the other. All the embargo at 2, I don't say, import of rice, so Nigeria also be completed and more wide. If you are did or why, Yanya, can't be any and you know, we have to blame the government and blame ourselves also.
Okay.
Maybe
but there was some on which you can come on, the problem I know is not from MPP. And now we are going to say MPP for an higher corruption. Okay. Soldier for some check or the say Galam say na soldier for no matter what you can the people don't entry to if I go to Galam say or check illegal mining. It's in the Indian Casa or mine and Casan public for. It is not also Mate, Mr. Darcy. You know, so no Miss Awesome. Aha, all Sunday walking. Yaba Krumai, Sana, yes, you, ye free Ghana, and ye Subai, and ye free Ghana, and ye buy, and to your bar Krumhano.
eja hyehyɛ pa mpanifo na hyehyɛ ntino upo ubedi mraso why ni mraso are you penalize for that enti amahyehyɛ no yaftimi akɔ system no ma system no na yafa enti what we have the reason why you blame your mpanifo say also to create a system ema system no de ye adwuma ema niema etoyi say corruption say na ewo kan of course enya Akufo-Addo ne beba ba yes ade no enya Akufo-Addo ne bekwa akɔ stop galamsey saa na abrochiri hanso so no so wuntua odaka anasa okoye bibia prime minister nyo no na eba abeka say yesi ana yesi but one can say the system na wura mu no amwo hunu say bosome so a Ghana had last time kan ha say Belgium ha 1 year ni government but obia ya adwuma nya ni sika ma bibia because the system was working, institutions are working. This is what we want in our country. So it and yes you blame leadership and as you blame aban the reason you blame aban no we say obi a opa aban di bia na otik Ghana hono wonim the problems are fam wonim the tier 2 ba na so be ma change now we are expecting those changes say obeba amane ma institutions are adwuma obama ba ye sa na obeka ye obama beka kire say yenya strong institutions ye na betimi aboa ye so
chairman strong institutions strong institutions okay
meba edure abza obi abaso tima me fa nipa kro na right yo
right
opening good evening sir odi ni baby o kasa free you fro say
yeah papa
Johnson okay
papa na obe pesa dia just say o ye bi ya fra ko no wa mo rolling ni o mo ko what say or ma obi abebu company me port yes port na nya ma na di kind maaye ufo na di kind maaye ufo na di kind maaye anta na wo ma ba ya o be stand now o ye kan corruption na mo kind for this ye be corruption on my PDS for 51 million wo dey chairman kan na for 51 million dollars.
Mr. Johnson, I would say, say when Ghana is a first state, it's not necessary to say a MPP are buying. And NDC about because since independence till now no and penifo adi anim no me ba penifo adi anim no be pemene no ye kan nyina bomu Ghana no is the state the country no ya fairly and I say fairly you know the na high obi ade no what fairly David Jason, in short, no matter as a penny in our field here, any idea be do baby a dream. Sana, when you say it's filled up. Mati, yeah, away, Medasi. Mati Jason, Medasi. Aye. Yedim Mati, 2 days, Mati, why? Mate. Yeah, NDC. Mr. Free, and I'm saying, Mr. Free was so out here, you know, question of person will be son. I'm saying, Mr. Joe, person will be Mr. Free, baby, him say, Mr. Free, Uti,
Mr. Free, good evening.
What a casa.
Pacho, Padam Bisa Sam Kakra, as in the Ghana Cardinal, Baomewayan, Honor. Obotum wa solve the corruption problem wa Ghana. Pachom Ghana card impedem mbiso the Ghana card no. In China wa na Belgian government ohun money laundering na okrosi bank account wa ha no. Na Ghana card no don't want to wanche money laundering wa ha na Ghana Belgian government ohun ya sana okrosi Ghana commission Ghana embassy ni account wa ha. That's number 1. Number 2, be umiana nkasa na wa ye Ghana card na odubechi obo corruption. Ghana card about Ghana Kasana or collaborate with the governor of Bank of Ghana, Ernest Anderson, without parliament approval, we printed money 3 times. That also caused the downfall of the economy. Every fragile economy, no, bisebiara, as soon as more money enters into the market, it collapses it. The same thing our year, we printed money 3 times without the approval of parliament. Until the man here, if he a Ghana card, no, often corruption for Ghanaians, but only the mama. I don't get it. Another thing, Bank of Ghana will lose 60 billion Ghana cedis. Them being a Ghana card. Why that Ghana card want to prevent that? You know something? Let me tell you. Problem over Ghana, no. That problem is with so many people in Europe. People find it so hard to accept mistakes into corrections and bad. This is our problem. If we can be able to identify our problems, we won't talk about others. Mahama is corrupt, but that doesn't mean that MPP also has to be corrupt. We should think of the welfare of our country to build it. It's only there MPP is here because Mahama was here. Only the Akufo-Addo here because Mahama was here. Only the Bawumia here. But whatever Akufo-Addo told Ghanaians he was coming to do, he came to do it worse. Do you want me to clap for MPP? So, you see, we have to address the mistakes so that they don't be repeated, because as American, this is what many people are doing, and the government don't see the mistake that he has done for it to make any tangible correction. Correction. The man enjoy.
Okay. I'm saying, Mr. Free Ato comes over free. Over free Abaso. I'm so just okay. Mr. Free. Uti, okay. I'm saying, what you open in the car? I'm saying, I do more in Umsa Bibi or Chicago. So about 2 or 3, you know what? Eh?
I hold a meeting because we did the assembly catching the children of South Freya.
Okay. And you tell your car.
And then Tibia, all cannot, there were many phones.
Oh, okay. As you said, yes, you said, are you okay? Aye. And you know what, Bibi Cardi or Kayana, what did you Kayana?
Man, Shadanti, once I say, number 1, I need to know, man, Shadanti question. No,
I'm off at
okay. Okay, and no problem. Aye, today. I'm saying, actually, your best after when I had in common, you to be a shall bet me album. Why, I'm saying, open it so. Hello. Open it with any baby, I'll cause free.
Yo, what dear? Mr. Vertical, like I say.
Mr. Vertical from France.
From France.
Okay. Aquaba, net to say.
Yo,
that's good.
Vertical.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. It's only unimono. Yet you.
And what do you tell me? And a chair for the church for a
chair for you, sir.
The Basua, I'm sir, Massam Cacra, be no one some Casa, one time because I have quite a cacra. Cause I have a quite a point to my age. Send a bill to me a boom, and you probably not to do. Yeah.
I don't have time. 5 minutes. Kevin Taylor.
Okay.
NDC4 and I remember Kabima
MPP.
MPP4.
Yes, and
now, maybe the answer. Me person me try. I just cacre be. I also me. Me do my dream back. na me twe Ghana for ye nyina ya bi sisa atemis wo ye ka corruption bribery and corruption o man Ghana mu no a che sa de na ba o man
e na be normal
o just say I ba normal part of our life
our system no be normal
yeah now the only subject corruption completely from the country. Now, that's what you say. I'm saying, we'll be on for that game, and mammy, Nancy, you won't conquer the first one. No, my goodness, number one, I was said, the Minister of Education. Minister of Education, you know, one more added to the what do you call it? The subjects are. You teaching, you schools. You channel schools.
Syllabus, anti-corruption.
Enter to books about the impact of corruption. Corruption, impacts of corruption, the side effects of corruption, and our bribery and corruption. One corruption. Say now. Number three, musicians. Musicians in charge there and for corruption. And to know corruption and you might be more money. One form storage, no one for any records. More radio, TV, and a kai mutremua. Basisi. Here, bas, who frequency concrete. Next is so corruption, and who transfer the Maya or Mano, and who turn Omano, Asayeno. Not yet, but ye to say the other elections. And as you ever change it, now you ever change it from left again to right. And if I one.
No, my cousin. Yamaho de Urunia, they are sending your work, and it's true. Now, I
feel I'm not subject, but it's very important.
Any more important to Nocona and Temna Yemreno. Nipa.
Mr. Vertical, Mama can't say me, as some Kenya, me Judy, but I'm telling you, I have to tell you the truth. I don't solve a problem of corruption in there. They should set a good example to put somebody behind bars for 15 or 20 years. Ghana one daily baby.
To me, that's a good problem. No.
Okay, the point I'm there, but part maybe not so near. And for now, almost school, almost started dentistry. Yeah, teachers, dentistry, yeah, and 13 years sensitizing in Kolankitin Kitty. In Kolankitin Kitty, must start class one, but whom you know, I'm because the subject, almost the subject, a couple of years, no one. Secondary schools. No, young jump and shift from Brim, and from secondary school, and from university. Young fan sensitizing and cricket to woman, which I say, and form part of them. Because I quite remember them now, Kwame Kuma was what a young pioneer, maybe call young pioneer that. Because young pioneer. Who do fear Kwana a bush of one, no almost through, whom I mean, who didn't come over, no mere day, no almost through. So I got what here, you'll hold the woman call.
Yeah.
Back of charge.
Yeah.
Aha. And this is corruption idea, no any year subject. And the starting Kolanke to a school, elementary school, so you can about Emma Colano, a coma, I glim, a coma cum, a coma glim, sorry, and the Colaba, Omono, every new time, Omono, Ya, Omobaba, Taki, Ovano, I buy administrative one, the Conabania, the Adeno. Certainly, I sensitize the war. Which I say, I am used to that. Oh, na a free of manum kakra. Because they said corruption is here, no. And yet, as I'm kitwa, oh, manum. And yes, I'm kitwa. Because the blood appearing a meeting that she or blood tick. Why, yes, was blood tick. What about you? One crying. I hope you are taking. Me my example. Taking no Baba Yana. Some me coffee whatever. Almost for me, but the Jaconia, but Fracomada, I know about Tamano Fracomada, which is so because of Fracomada. Obi Oba so I know was you. Patrol, guys, aha. Other me brother Jaconia, but Jaconia in Christ, I know Pesca 30 million of the man on. Oman just 20 million, but Oman is standing crater 30 million. Omani and crater to the Pushing demand also as the capital as 30 million cities. Whereas they gave him only 20 million. Now, me brother, my antenna, and Tama, when you can go and would
coming back to the topic, you know. Coming back to the topic, you know, do you consider it as Ghana as a failed state or not?
And I make say at this very moment in there, or man, to say, you come once more, thing. You come Ghana as someone. Assembly Ghana, or my me in fact, easy for me. Easy for me. Or man mentality no mono.
Do you consider a question on Abunimano? Do you consider Ghana as a failed state or not?
Oh well, you failed your so many years back.
Thank you. I don't know.
You failed your so many years back.
Okay, yeah, I see.
You failed a long time.
Aha.
And Ghana is city resources. Resources.
Yes.
And can state
you were also a woman, exactly.
Yes. Yes. Can you be to cry?
Yeah, but that's a part.
And can you not cry? You're dinner for butcher. I got now.
Sir. You're penny for now, feeling. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Sensitized in Colano, school.
Yeah, there be a Africa. Ghana no, a baby, and a generation to come. Yes, until the end, I was starting. I will come once. Yes, until it is us, and that's the boy. And that's how they are the idea. We are joking. But I was here for me. Woman for no motor and got time for corruption, so only called Banya Daddy. Now you find sensitizing your manner or your Yanana in the future. Okay, I say 20 years time, no. That is any master. That time you call it. That's it. You got for a TV power, time Medasi, Mr. Vertica, Medasi, Ghana by Vertica, Yamika. Ghana and Agona, come back to Vertica. My last comment enough, you know. Your friend, you know, the amount for us can be fine. In a bonnet out of my
many on my witty, witty, Poncho. As some cacam pedam carrying there. Mempede Bia Bacade, Ibiana, Mahama.
Patro, hold on, Cacra. Opening, hello. I was over program. So. What is this? Let's start with my memo. Hey, Ade, Maza, Casa. My flower, what is my flower? Telephone says, I know I'm busy. Into the Coso can't say a town or Yaya Bintino.
Pacho Casa.
Ticasa. Hello? Yeah, hello. Yes, Casa. A town no Yaya Binticasa, me uncle. Okay. We my partisan, can say. Joel, Michelle, I don't know, say if he even ever remembers me. Now, picture that will be a car on Nakasa. Your time, Nuntino Coso.
Obiano Bibi.
Fine. It's more than 30 years. I've never had any relinquish with that person.
But you've never changed. You've never changed. You are still there.
There's a point you want to make.
No.
Yeah, I'll be glad to know.
In brief. Okay. I'm not going to hold you on.
Thank you.
But your friend is saying, I think I'm a little bit set up a bit from the topic, you know, I put it also for discussion concerning is Ghana a failed state.
Yes.
I wish I could have come on earlier a bit.
Yes.
I think that they are coming to me about now. Yet to me, I receive
yes.
Debate directly into the topic because if you define what a failed state is, what is the failed state? If you go back even to the Oxford Dictionary, a failed state, you know, is defined as a state in which one or more of the fundamental conditions of sovereign government is absent. And examples of failed states, Somalia, Liberia during the Civil War, Congo, all those states now, the institutions not any Juma, now and then they've kind of banana states.
Banana Republic,
nothing worse. These are what I think per the prescription of the topic as a failed state, you know. This is those are the failed states that has come to pass. And I said that do exist. But I think that all the discussion I've had is just evaluation of the performances of our past and present government is what we're doing. Everything now is centered on corruption. How did the governments manage our resources? How did they manage Ghana? Based on the resources that has come our way. Because there's no definition of success. Because a success, there's no definition to it. You succeed per what you have. Yes, your resources you want and no you know. And no the better your developmental progress in the idea. Now I say second so you failure now.
Yeah, failure.
Yeah, failure. And you know, the topic, you know, say is Ghana a failed state, you know. I think say any relevance to the discussions now. To me, that is my point of view. Because upon say corruption, Ghana is still a whole. Corruption now, all the institutions are there. My example, Bako can say Belgium had no government for a whole year. But within 1 year, everything worked. Why? Because the institutions were working.
Exactly.
The institutions were there. They were working. They were holding everything together. But here in Ghana, the institutions seems to be working with all the corrupt nature now we are describing it. But they are still holding on. We are still one people as a nation. So beside you can't say who was now that there's other countries that make Kenya that upon all our outrances that in Ghana we've never experienced it. So which means the institutions are working. But the corrupt nature and the intimate the fruits of the resources that would have taken us comparing to the other countries with the same resources that have attained certain heights more than us. That is the comparison. That is where we have to say on those aspects, then we have failed. Our governments have failed us. But in broad daylight, say, is Ghana a failed country there? To me and to the ordinary person's interpretation of the English language, now compare Somalia and other countries, but we have never been there and we are not there. So to me, I wouldn't say Ghana is a failed country, but we have had failed governments which have failed its people to be where we are now. Thank you. The meeting I catch
Mr. Patterson,
we have to live in the context of the topic we are discussing about.
I'm really happy about your contribution over your definition or your opinion about failed state. But you said something which it is true about corruption. But do you know that in other terms, we have so many dictionaries that can give several definitions. Okay, economy can also make a country a failed state. And why is it that economy can make a country a failed state? That is if the economy can support the country and everyone is suffering and everything has gone down. So we can still put it in that category. Just as you said, corruption is the main problem, but we are now experiencing a failed state due to the fall of the economy, which can sustain the population of the population or the work employment force. That's also my opinion.
But maybe I may disagree, the mismanagement of the economy does not necessarily by itself makes us a failed state. In the sense that the resources are there, but they have been misappropriated. That is the problem. The difference between that. Because if you are saying, which means that maybe nobody actually said the economy has contributed to the failure, and then they say the economic sector might not even exist. The institution, like the financing aspect of the economy, is completely collapsed. Nobody makes the decision. Nobody is above the country's out and ins to make the right judgment to adjust the ongoing of the government. I don't like to say look, take Liberia for example. The diamond gold near the they were not getting to the right channels which might develop or minor. The janitors were there, they were looting the coffers of the country, and everybody is a survival for the fittest. In that sense, there is no coordination. Even though the country could be rich, the country can rely on its resources to develop the country. So it becomes completely failed. But our institutions are working. They say Ministry of Finance, any budget, they would send it to the government, to the parliament. The parliament, through whatever means, they will approve of it, which is okay. It tells you, say, the institutions are working. But it's the misappropriation of these finances which is collapsing us. So it becomes rather the misappropriation of our own leaders. What I say. So it is a corrective nature. The way we have made mandatory of the way we use our resources. And no nama yabedru. But it's not my generation. Because Obibeka said the mindset of the people, the person who was talking about your friend saying Nkrumah Peso is your friend, the young pioneer. The young pioneer, that was the mindset. You developed the Bible Braka. Also the Akodasi Quantrain Soa. Or on Petit Fils Quantrain and so. But the point in this, the current generation, the mindset has been corrupted. I don't know where and how it started. The next topic, Chairman Obechinyafa, who is to blame for the low moral fabric of our youth today? And not my topic to answer the questions now. First, who is to blame for the low moral fabric of the youth today? Yeah, I'm a corruption. The same people now, it's purely mismanagement. Also, we were not to debate on the political lines.
Yes.
But the nature of the discussion, you can't run away from it.
Yeah.
Because nothing in the system is working due to our mismanagement by our own, which has not necessarily failed, I would say, the country. Look at a country like Haiti. It became a country like the jungle. Yeah. These are the countries called the banana state. Nobody controls the finances. Nobody controls it. Wow, gold mines are both in the open water. Run the secret, so there was a time they said now run the helicopter. Gold free, very good. In the junta period, no, they are back. There's no coordination. When they coordinate it, or they buy, institution, and they trust it, no, she who says, it was not there. So those are the things that happens to a country that collapses the country. Nothing works. No institution works. But here is situation, me defending Obiao, but I'm just trying to be objective. Now you're going to buy first next time Ghana you'll be a tear for your tear, your man, when we are educating them, you know exactly where the problem lies. I'm a partisan, you're more canning now. I'm no way running away from them. But I can't person me GC one is me man is say your man is Ghana is a whole. It is still there. We can do better. So we need to advocate for the youth coming up to run away from the current deeds of the Mpanifua have and then try to do better and do well. And we can be more than, and then you compare it to Malaysia, Indonesia, to all those countries. Why would we go to that extent when we were even better than them during the time of before independence? Which means that it comes to the same thing. So it's completely mismanagement.
Yes.
And you know, when we want to talk about the failed state and the mismanagement of governments to the people of the country, there are two distinguished things altogether. The country is a whole. It is still standing on its feet. It's still called Ghana. But mismanagement, misappropriation of our resources is killing us. It's making us look like the failed state, as we say.
That's
but
correct.
we are still on our feet.
Good, thank you.
Mr. Joel, I do understand what that is your cut scheme. I agree with that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes,
I'm saying, I'm running to know. Yeah, that's also the SC summary. My chief for I'm saying Mr. Patterson Bear come from UK and also no, or they also know the contribution. So I buy no. Sunday Yakano next week, Yamaya Dumoa. Who do you want to vote for? Any topic you be treating next week at the same time. Who do you want to vote for? And I'll watch there. Why do you want to vote for that particular party or that particular candidate? You know, because you know you're more of, let's say, communication, and I say moreover, let's say, na also so they pay vote ama o candidate and answer o party. You know, I'm saying you better to and free the communicators for both, especially MPP and DC communicators will be part of this program, and then the others like Alan Cash and so you be no so no na musini ni anya shed and so na musini then na yaka yaka the intra yen to ma shed the intra o se to ma la the intra to ma MPP to ma se to ma DC. And that's because because you know we are in your program be and san election next week and you be and free holiday and the next topic will be after the elections. From France, say also contribution with the Mr. Patterson, Mr. Free will be out in Casa Ibiano, especially Mr. Joel Savage to also send that about studio. And every program, no better. I'm talking about 2 minutes now. What they are running up? Yeah, I can't even
Mother, oh, now what's a programming baby? Oh, be a missing that say, Madam Owina. As some people can there. Oh, there, yeah, or there, who there, Africa, ewa, Yama. In Yama, you want Euro people when you be. Into Mama and can there. Oh, because Africa, it never be to happen because it's African. Yeah, accepting them. Sometimes we should criticize it. Yeah, speak about it because yeah, damusa. Oh, also go there. In Yama or there we utilize in ye. In never you will go BBR over to Wise hospitals. Ne BBR, ne you gonna ba Europe hospital. You're gonna America hospital. You will seek out able to me die. It's your man, you fight against corruption by not supporting any political party. We should speak against it. Not only your man, but then that's more.
That's what I say. That's Mr. Joel. I'm saying, I don't know how I'm next week at the same time, the same hour. No, you better our Gospel TV. I'm a baby. I say, I mean, call baby at home to say, you be here. I'm next week. Now, you vote for diaspora election. Election day, you be vote. Election day, no somebody can say a better live coverage. Oh, Gaspora TV. If you do one more now, yeah, was subscriber now also no. But the way you have to Gaspora TV, and also no. yɛtumi ɛne ɛdi dwuma no yɛde obi biara ase Mr. Kwasi woso no sɛ yɛntumi redo comments no but yɛahwɛ yɛkan sɛ yɛnyinaa yɛ aware nti we sorry sɛ yɛntumi redo comment no but next time thank you are welcome to the program sɛ wotumi follow yɛ na menka obi biara yɛda